exact and approximate time. We already know that time is in year. So the time in months will be converted to years by dividing by 12. So if let's say you have 5 months, so you have 5 divided by 12. Time in days will be converted to year by dividing by 360 days, 365 or 366 days. 360 days is based on the Banker's rules. 365 days or 366 days or 366 days are based on the exact days allocated on the year involved. Either is leap year or non-leap year. So this is all the ways being counting by the number of days. So about the time. Exact time is the actual number of days between two days, excluding the beginning date. Okay, so this, if let's say using Banker's rules as I mentioned just now, so if you have the phrase that is saying ordinary simple interest, so meaning to say that you'll be using 360 days for a year because it applied the Banker's rules. Approximate time is calculated taking 30 days for every full month. Okay, so again, for exact simple interest, so it will use 365 days in the year or 366 days for a leap year. Okay, so how to calculate the month? Still remember the tricks to remember the days in the month? So you just use your fingers. Okay, so with the bomb you have 31 days. Okay, so without the bomb you have 30 days. Exclude the February. So the February will be either 28 or 29 days based on the year. Either is leap or non-leap year. So which month has 29 days? Okay, so how do you identify the year is leap year or not? Very simple. Just use your calculator. Okay, like for example, 2018. Is it a leap year or not? Very simple. You just divide by 4. So obviously you have 0.5 here. So means that if you're unable to get a whole number, so means that that is a normal year. You are correct. Okay, so how to identify a leap year then? Let's say we have 2020. Okay, so you divide by 4. What do you have? You have a whole number. So you are correct. So 2020 is a leap year. Let's proceed with example 7. Find the exact time and approximate time for the duration from 23rd March 2009 to 11 August 2009. So please highlight the key here. The question may like you to have exact time and approximate time. So you may come into a table to make it differently. Okay, so first of all, list out all the month, the March, April, May, June, July to August. So on the March, we start at 23rd of March. But before that, 2009 is a leap year or non-leap year. So how do you know that then? So very simple. So you just have 2009, you divide by 4. So obviously you have a decimal here. So meaning to say 2009 is a normal year. Okay, so for March, so how do you calculate then? Okay, so from here we actually having a table that you can see either is exact time or approximate time. So from there you can see clearly, okay, by having the comparison. Okay, so how? Okay, so the interval, okay, so March 23rd, okay, so you have March 23rd to 31st, you have 8 days. How do you calculate 8 days then? Okay, how do you know it's 8 days? Okay, so you just have 31st, you subtract with 23, so you have 8 days on March. April, you have 30 days. May, you have 31st day because 31 days because you have exact time. So you need to have the actual days allocated on the respective month. So on the June, you have 30 days. On July, you have 31 days. Same goes with the August. But August here, you're only until 11 August. So means that August, you will be only until 11 days. So total up the days. So you have 8, add up with 30, add up with 31, add up with 30, add up with 31, and lastly 11 days. Okay, so you have total of 141 days for the exact time. So let us go for approximate. Just now we already said that if approximate, we will know that it is calculating by taking 30 days for every full month. So let's proceed. So same goes with March. What we will have? So 30 days, you subtract with 23, you have 7. 30 days, you subtract with 23, you have 7 days. Then on April, you have 30 days. May, you have 30 days. June, 30 days. July, 30 days. August, because only until 11 August, so you have 11 days. So total up, what do you have? So 7, add up with 1, 2, 3, 4, so 120, right? Add up with 11. So you have 138 days. Okay, so obviously you can see that there have some difference about the exact time and the approximate time. So be careful with what the question want you to have. Okay, so you can see obviously exact time is 141 days, but approximate time is actually just 138 days. That's the difference of it. Example 8 here. Okay, so they would like you to find the interest earned if 5,000 was deposited on 4th June 2010 with 5% simple interest per annum and is going to mature on the 5th September 2010. Okay, so for this, they have a few criteria here or the few different solution that you may need to solve it respectively. Okay, let's go for the A. A here, they want you to have exact time and ordinary simple interest. So with the word ordinary, you already bear in your mind, you will need to apply Banker's rules. Okay, so B, approximate time and ordinary simple interest. C, exact time and exact simple interest. D, approximate time and exact simple interest. So no matter what it is, first thing in your mind, list out. Okay, so let us solve for the A. Okay, so list it out first. So your P value will be 5,000. Your R will be 0.05. Then the T is different compared with exact or approximate time. Okay, so let's proceed. Calculate by the exact time or approximate time like I showed you just now, okay, on the example. So for the exact time, okay, so again, find out the intervals first for each of the month. Because the questions already tell you start at start on 4 June until 5th September. So you calculate the respective days first. So June start on 4th. So for exact time, you have 30 minus with 6. Okay, so you have minus with 4. Okay, you will have 26. So 30 minus with 4 because start from 4th June. So you have 26. On July, okay, you have 31 days because exact time. August, you have 31 days as well, okay, because full month. So September is only until 5th of September. So meaning to say that you have 5 days. Okay, so total up, so 26 add up with 31 days, add up with 5. So total of the exact time, okay, the exact days will be the 93 days. Okay, how about approximate time? Do you remember for approximate time, each of the full month will be only 30 days. Okay, so let's proceed. Okay, so for the June, okay, for the June, you have 30 days minus with 4, you have 26 days. Full month for July, 30 days because approximate time. Full month for August is also 30 days because approximate time. September, only until 5th September, so only 5 days. So you just total up, so 26, add up with 30, add up with 30, add up with 5. So you have total of 91 days under approximate time. Okay, so this is things that you may need to calculate first. Okay, so for the A questions, they already said exact time and ordinary simple interest. So you already know that you may need to use the exact time here. Okay, so as usual, highlight the P value, the T, and the R. So for this, what is the T then? The T will be 93 days divided by with 360 days. Why? Because ordinary simple interest. Okay? In this case, the T value will be 93 over with 360 days because of ordinary simple interest, whereby you may need to apply Bankel's rules. Okay, so as usual, get your P value, that is 5,000. Get your R value just now. What is your R value? That is 5%. Okay, that is 5%. So your R value is 5%, so 0.05. Okay, so what will be your answer then? Just substitute into the formula because the question wants you to find the interest, so that is the I equal to PRT, the simple interest. Substitute the value respectively, 5,000, 0.05, then 93 divided by 360. So get your calculator. So 5,000 multiply with 0.05 multiply with 93 divide with 360. So you have 64.58 cents. So do remember your RM, 64.58 cents. This is to solve for the A, because with the exact time and ordinary simple interest. So once again, ordinary, so you're using Banker's rules. That's why you're over with 360 days. So let's proceed with B, approximate time and ordinary simple interest. So approximate time and ordinary simple interest. So approximate time, you will use the approximate time on the days involved. So the approximate time that you have found is 91 days. Okay, so just use it back. So you have 91 days. 91 days. Okay, so 91. Okay, you have 91 days. Okay, so but the question said ordinary simple interest. So once again, ordinary simple interest are applying Banker's rules. So you'll be over with 360. Okay, so don't forget to get your last answer. Okay, so 91 divide with 360. Okay, so substitute it respectively. So you have 5,000 multiply with 0.05 multiply with 91 divide with 360 because applying Banker's rules. So there you go. Your answer will be 69 ringgit and 19 cent. So 63 ringgit and 19 cent. So that's the answer for the B, approximate time and ordinary simple interest. So let's proceed with C, exact time and exact simple interest. So exact time, the total days that we have calculated just now for exact time will be 93 days. Okay, will be 93 days. So, but now we want to have exact time and exact simple interest. So exact time, we have calculated total of 93 days. Okay, so for exact time, we need to find the actual days in a year for in 2010. So 2010 is a leap year or non-leap year. Okay, very simple. You just take out your calculator, okay, and find out. 2010, you divide with 4. Okay, so you will have 0.5. So meaning to say that it is a normal year because you can't get a whole number. Okay, so it's a normal year. So if normal year means you have total of 365 days. So you have over with 365 days. So substitute it respectively. So you have 93 over with 365 days. Okay, so calculated it respectively. Okay, so 5,000, you multiply with 0.05, multiply with 93 over with 365. Okay, 365. Okay, so you have your answer, 63 ringgit and 70 cent. Okay, so just remember to have your RM, so 63 and 70 cent. Just round off into 2 decimal places. Okay, so we have done for C, exact time and exact simple interest. Let's proceed with D, approximate time and exact simple interest. Okay, so approximate time, the total days that we have calculated just now will be 91 days. Okay, so to get the answer, okay, approximate time, so for the T value we have 91 days. Okay, so again, exact simple interest is based on the actual days allocated for the year. So as I said, 2010 is a leap year or non-leap year? Very simple. You just have 2010, you divide by 4. If you're able to get whole number for the answer, so that will be leap year. If you unable to get the whole number, so that will be normal year. So you divide by 4, you have 0.5, so means that it is a normal year. So if normal year, you have over with 365 days. So just substitute it respectively into your formula of the I. Okay, then use your calculator to calculate it respectively. Multiply with 91, divide with 365 days. Okay, so there you go. What's your answer then? You have 63 and 19 cents. And do remember, get your unit in. So 63 and 19 cents. So that's your answer for the D, approximate time and exact simple interest. Okay, now let's proceed with present value. So what is present value? As we know, simple amount S is defined as the future value of the principal. So present value actually is also called as the principal. Okay, so how do you get your future value? As I mentioned just now, it will be your principal add up with the interest. So once again, present value is also your principal, the initial model or the loan that you have at the beginning of stage. Okay, so let's proceed with the example. Example 9. Find the present value for an investment worth 3,500 at 6% simple interest rate per annum for an investment period of a year, 6 months. So how we supposed to solve it? Okay, so as usual, list out, okay, listing. So you want to find the present value, so you don't know, so that will be the P. Okay, so the S is 3005, the R is 0.06, and T is 1 year and 6 months. So how you supposed to solve? Okay, or how do you calculate? Okay, so let me share with you. We want to find the present value, we don't know. Okay, then after that, the questions gave you the value of S, that is 3,500. Then after that, the R here is 0.06 because 6%. Then at the end of 1 year, 6 months. Okay, so your T value will be 1 add up with 6 divide by 12. Do remember, 1 year is 6 months, so it will be D2 divide with 12. So end up, what do you have? So 1 add up with 6 divide by 12. So you have 1.5. You have 1.5. Do remember the T must be in year. Okay, the T must be in year. Okay, so you have done for the listing. So just continue with the formula. That is S equal to P in bracket 1 add up with RT. Okay, so you have 3,500. Your P you don't know, so just let it be. Your R is 0.06. Your T is 1.5. Okay, so just substitute it respectively as usual. Reset everything first. Shift 9 3 equal. Okay, so 3,500 on the left, alpha equal. Okay, replace the P with alpha x. Okay, then the bracket on the left, right. So 1 add up with 0.06 multiply with 1.5. Okay, so don't press equal sign directly. Okay, because you will end up having syntax error. Okay, so you just have shift solve. So 0 here shows that have no memories being stored at the initial stage. Okay, so just press enter. Okay, so your answer is 3,211 and 01 cent. Okay, so just substitute in. So your p value RM 3211.01. So that's the final answer. At the same time, I did have the illustration on the calculator part just on the link here. Okay, you're free enough to click and have the alternative that I have been shown you just now. Okay, how to calculate or how to operate your calculator. Okay. Okay, let's look into the example 10 here. What is the present value of a debt 10,000 borrowed at 12% simple interest rate per annum due in 10 months? So again, present value is your p value here. A debt here is actually the s value, the value that at the end of the the end of the day. Okay, because you need to pay, right? Okay, because you want to the debt here, okay, is the money that you have borrowed at the end of the story. Okay, and 12% is the r, 10 is the t, but do remember the t is in year, so you may need to convert to month. You need to convert into year because the questions here is given in month. So do remember to have all the listing. Okay, so we don't know the present value, so just let it be. So what is the s value here? Okay, that is the debt here. Okay, that is 10,000. What is the r here? Okay, the r here is 12%, so this is 0.12. So as I said, how do you have 12% by convert to divide by 100? So you have your answer 0.12 and end up 10 months. Do you remember 10 because t is in year, so you may need to divide with 12. Okay, so just let it be, or you want to change to decimal, actually can be done also. Okay, but not necessary because it's not actual figures here, so just let your answer in in fraction. Okay, so just substitute in respectively. So you have 1 add up with r 0.12 multiply with 10 divided by 12. Okay, so your s here on the left is 10,000. Okay, so what is your p value then? Okay, so as usual, reset your calculator, shift 9 3 equal. Okay, just to ensure you have cleaned out all the memories, okay, before you key in the real equation or the new equation. So on the left you have 10,000. Okay, alpha equal, okay, the p value just substitute with alpha x with the bracket. Okay, so 1 add up with 0.12 multiply with 10 divide by 12. Okay, so don't key in equal sign directly. Okay, if you key in equal sign directly, you will have syntax error. Okay, so don't do that. You just have shift solve. So solve for x again. The 0 here shows you don't have any memories being stored at the initial stage. Okay, so you press equal. So there you go. Your answer is 9,090 ringgit and 91 cent. So just get your answer, and don't forget the unit RM, 91 cent. So that's your last answer. So at this stage, okay, so again, the illustration of the calculator particularly, I also already shared the link here, so you are free enough to just click on it, then you can see the illustrations on the calculator on this particular session. So that's the end for the session for example 10. Okay, so that's come to the end of the chapter 3. Okay, so have fun in maths, and I will see you again in next topics. Bye.